Hey everybody, welcome to One Pot One Pan. Today we're going to be making some curry ramen. The reason why we're making curry ramen is because I had just had so much leftover curry from previous nights that I was running out of ideas on how to eat it, and I was getting bored of just eating with rice. So I looked it up, and some Japanese people eat it with actually their ramen noodles. Alright, so here are today's ingredients. Over here we have of course, our curry pack. And inside our curry pack we have our instant curry. This is our ramen noodles. Over here we have our cubed beef. Over here I have just grated some apples, or just like half an apple, to give it an extra sweetness instead of just adding sugar. Over here I sliced up some garlic. And this is a mix of potatoes, onions, and carrots. It's about a quarter cup. Alright, our first step is to saute our vegetables over here. I'm going to turn on our heat to full blast. Throw in a lug of oil just to coat it, so nothing sticks to the pan. Okay, pretty much hot enough now. So we add on our vegetables. Get a nice little sizzle. Now you want to kind of like cook your vegetables about 2 to 3 minutes to get it softened up. A good indicator that your vegetables are ready is that your onions will actually be a little bit translucent, so that's a good sign to know. Alright, these vegetables, I diced them like kind of very small cubes to make them cook a little bit faster. So that's why the cook time will probably be about 1 to 2 to 3 minutes. If the heat is too strong, like kind of like a violent simmer, you want to lower the heat down a little bit. You don't want to burn anything. So I'm putting it down to medium-high. Curry is actually usually like a Southeast Asian dish. It hasn't been introduced to Korea until very recently, about maybe 30, 40 years. I think we kind of adopted it from Japan. Japan used to always use a lot of curry too, as well. Okay, our onions look pretty good. Got a nice little cook. Next we're gonna add in our cubed beef. Yummy, who doesn't like beef? Okay, and we're just gonna try and get a good brown with the beef. Again, this is just a base for the curry. You can add in as much or different types of ingredients as you feel like is necessary. But for today, I'm just going to keep it quite simple. Now that our beef is kind of looking pretty good, I'm going to add in the garlic next. You don't want to add in these too early or they'll burn as well, so I want to add in the garlic. Also, you can add in the applesauce, kind of like the sugar. Make sure you keep stirring it. Curry is also kind of like a comfort food for me. My mom used to make it all the time at home. She used to make a huge pot of it, and so we'd have to eat it for like days and days and days. And I think it's also a pretty comfort food here in Korea as well. I see a lot of people at home actually making curry with their families, and it's always really nice to have comfort food. Very savory, very deep flavors, and you kind of put your own signature on it by adding whatever ingredients you like. Alright, next I'm going to add in the curry. Let me just stick that in there. Our instant curry. You can actually just boil this in water, the whole pack itself, and just like pour it over rice after about 3 minutes, but since we're going to make like a soup out of it, I'm going to add it in here and then add some water in later to give it a more soupiness. So this is our Korean curry. It's very yellow. I guess that has to do with a lot of the turmeric that's in here. And I'm just gonna pour it in. Yummy. And this little pack is good because you can just like squeeze it like it's a pack of ketchup and everything just comes out all nice. Alright, so now that our curry is in there, we're gonna have to let it simmer for about another 2 minutes to get all the flavors to mingle together and to, you know, join each other up. The carrots, the onions, the garlic, the potato, the beef, and the apples. Okay, so now it's kind of looking like normal curry, Korean curry that you would pour over rice. This is still a little bit too thick for our noodles. So give it another minute or so. It's bubbling. Watch out, it might spit. It's hot. And next, we're going to add in the water. It's about 1.5 cups of water. Don't worry, it might seem like a lot of water, but it's gonna all evaporate to make it nice. All right. So we're gonna bring this back up to a boil. And once it gets to a boil, we're gonna add in our noodles. So now that our soup is coming to a boil, I'm gonna go ahead and taste it to make sure that the seasoning's okay. Let's get a little spoonful. Ah, it's hot. Yeah, it's a little bland, so you want to add in a pinch of salt. You also might want to crack in some black pepper. It's about like 4 turns. Give it a good swirl. And then give it another taste. Much better. Okay, so now that the soup is coming to a boil, I'm just gonna check the vegetables to make sure that they're done. I'm gonna scoop up a potato, because they usually take the longest to cook, and give it a little try. And right now it's fork tender. It's been about 5 minutes, so this is a good time to add in our noodles, our instant noodles. All you gotta do is crack it in half and just place it in. Now remember, when you're cooking your noodles, not to overcook it. You want to just cook it al dente, which is about 2.5 minutes to 3 minutes. All right, it's been about 2.5 minutes. I think our noodles are done, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the heat. The residual heat will probably keep cooking it. Give it one last little turn, loosen up the noodles. Get all the flavors in there. And then I'm gonna move it to my bowl. All right, get a pair of tongs, grab some noodles. All right, get it into the bowl. Put a little bit more. All right, and so to get some of the soup, I'm gonna grab a ladle. Get to the bottom, because everything goes down to the bottom. The beef, the potatoes, all the vegetables. And I'm just gonna simply garnish it with some more, matchsticks of apples, extra carrots, and a few little sprigs of green onions. All right, and there you have it. Curry ramen noodles.
Let's try this.
It's really good to eat this on like a rainy day.
Really good.